Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with their rivals and co-tenants here in the building, the New York Jets. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now Darnold got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Bell, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That's what I'm talking about.
And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And New York set to take the field. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ready, set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Me and you all day. All day.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. And Tate's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Oh, here we go. Oh. Shoot.
Now Jones on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check. Go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Down. 15. Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready.
Here's Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. that has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go!
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On first down, Darnold over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Back to throw, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
We're going to start. Watching it fire. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. It's up.
On first down, it's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And running with power here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
outside. Watch 57. Target. Check. Left side.
Now Bell. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa there to make the grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Brett Maher on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Now out come the Giants. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the run, it's Barkley. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to go for a big play down into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now...
Darnold, he lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You got 3, 3 down.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Got an open man, it's Untitled. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And it's caught. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll come out in the pistol. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Darnold down to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Untitled with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here we go.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jones now to throw again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Operating from the gun, Jones. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
This is Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
All day, dog.
They'll try and run for it with Bell, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep, Golden Tate. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Keep it up, keep it up. Big grip.
Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Jenkins charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Put up. We own them. We own them.
Back to throw. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now it's Crowder. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game.
Watching the ball. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll run it with Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check 55. 65.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
We got this.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Here goes that. Watch 57. Pick it up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Check 55, Mike. I got you. You're all mine.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I'm coming after you.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
set. Right 55, right 55. Hey, let's get this, get this. Set, set.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here we go, set, 8, read. It's coming this way, here we go, here we go, here we go. 5.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
50, plant, 54. That's right, baby, they don't want it. Ready.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Ready to break. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Jones now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Jones back to the air on second down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jones, operating from the gun. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Rosas to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball, too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well. And right now, he's the focal point of it.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now it's Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 57.
A first down throw, Darnold. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Darnold caught here by Bell. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Darnold to throw again. Darnold, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 40. He's at the 30. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
They'll run it again with Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Ready?
From the gun, Jones. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, eluding the tackle. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back onto the field, and we shine our Madden spotlight on Sam Darnold. Maybe he's wondering, hey, what else do I have to do? He's playing well as we roll through some of these highlights. Bottom line, though, they're down.
And while he may be wondering, he's got to get that out of his mind. He's got to think to himself, lead, continue to play well, maybe a little bit extra. That's what quarterbacks do when they're trying to get their teams into the victory lane.
See if he can lead them to that victory lane. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Let's go, baby. Pick six all day. Don't throw my son.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. I got one.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now it's Barkley.
Let's go, B.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Outside. 55. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
You're outside. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's going to be a long time.
Again, it's Bell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
We go side. Watch it, you find. Double dog. That's the way.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Mike 5-4. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Mike 57. I got him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it'll bring up third down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now look at Quincy and Enunwa and the rest of the offense heading back out. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Got an open man, it's Enunwa. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
On 1st and goal, Gore. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Marr able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 24 all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jets defense, we watch them get set to go now. And they forced that fumble the last time, and when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen again.
No doubt about it, because the person who created the turnover or the takeaway, he's getting the gold star. He's going to be the one we look at in film session and go, way to go. Everybody wants that praise from the coach. That means the next time out, you want it to be you.
Do they still hand out gold stars?
You know, amazingly enough, it's the simple things in life that motivate these guys.
A sticker, just a little gold
sticker. A little helmet sticker in college.
Yeah, put it on your fridge.
NFL, put a little gold sticker on their scouting sheet. Things like that. They love that stuff.
Makes them feel good. A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Ready? 50 seconds, the mic.
On second down, Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Break. 54. Mike's 54. Here we go.
A second down run with Lewis. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Jones now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Here's Jones operating from the gun. He completes it to Tate. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Check.
On 1st down, Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got go.
Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. 2nd and 4. This is caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
5.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to regain the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Rosas to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Darnold now to throw. That's complete. It's Bell.
Your trick is here, baby. Your trick is here. We're going to sack. Mike 5-4. Don't let it breathe. Don't let it breathe.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the slant.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 54. I got one.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Caught right side, Tate. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this one to his running back, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones, off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. This is Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Jones off the play fake. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught at the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 50 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jones now, throwing again. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack, down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Let's put them on the buses.
Ready, go. Ready.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out.
We play to win. Let go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
They'll go again with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Marr on for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ready? 30 base. Cut. Now.
On third down, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Crowder now to return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now look at Quincy Enunwa and the rest of the offense heading back out. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Darnold on first down. Enunwa's got it. Complete. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. This is Bell on the dump-off. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
We go side. 55. Check. 55. Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Bell. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check.
Darnold from the gun. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dalvin Tomlinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Bell. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Maher is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now Jones and the Giants down 34-31. A minute 51 on the clock. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. 15, line it. 15 line. Hit it.
They'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Get it. Play.
Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later, they're going to have to stop the clock.
Go, Rocket.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
57 to Mike.
He's back to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Jones gonna throw on third and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Steve McClendon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So a big one coming now for Aldrich Rosas. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I'd take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put put the ball in the end zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Check.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Riley Dixon now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 30. Past the 20. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
We even up here. Let's go.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.